In this video, I want to talk about marketing. This really is one of the major keys to making your business a huge success online. So let's get started. One of the biggest mistakes that I see new online businesses make is not paying enough attention to marketing and having the attitude, if I build it, they will come. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, this is completely wrong. If you don't market your business, you will fail, 100% guaranteed. Okay, so let's look at some of the key considerations. The first thing is the market to message match. The second thing I want to talk about is the multimedia approach, and the third step is the importance of multi-step marketing. So first of all, you need to answer the question when looking at your market or your niche market, who are they? Okay, what does the average person in that marketplace look like? Are they male or female? How old are they? Where do they live? What are the demographics? Why did they buy? How did they think? What psychographics do they use? Okay, if you start to get a really good picture of who your prospective client is, or who your average customer is, then you can really start to match the message that you create to the way that they think and the way that they buy online. That's really important. In fact, it's absolutely critical, yet I see very few people do it. And because we are so focused on niche marketing, it allows us to do this even better. It allows us to speak the language of the marketplace even better than people that have just got huge general sites that are trying to capture everybody. So the first thing that I want you to do is to find out who exactly is your target market. How old are they? Male or female? Where do they live? How much money do they have spare? Why do they buy? What motivates them? What makes them tick? Okay, what language do they use? It's really key to find out that information. The next thing that you need to look at is using a multimedia approach. Now, I see so many people make the huge mistake of marketing 100% purely online. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't use online marketing. In fact, you definitely should be using online marketing, but you should also use a whole host of other types of marketing. But even when you're using marketing online, on online marketing techniques, don't just limit yourself to pay-per-click or SEO, okay? You should be using pay-per-click, you should be using search engine optimization, you should be using social media, you should be using YouTube, MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, you should be using blogs, you should be marketing in forums, you should be doing banner advertising, joint ventures, using video. You should be using all of those techniques, not just one or at most two. You should also be using offline techniques, classified adverts in magazines, picking up space ads, using direct mail, using press releases, radio, TV. Now those are probably reserved for those people that have been at it for a little bit longer, but don't just throw those out of the water just because you're starting. It might be something that forms part of your strategy a little bit further down the line. Fax marketing, okay, at the very least start to get some classified adverts going in magazine, and then when you can use what's called two-step marketing. So if somebody sees your advert in a magazine, they then go to your website and request more information. Now you start sending them direct mail, building an offline database, a database of customers where you haven't just got email but you've got their physical mailing address is absolutely key if you want to make a lot of money, because the truth of it is only a fraction of your emails will ever get through. Having somebody's physical mailing address is going to make you a lot of money, so take the time to collect that and use it in your marketing. The next thing you should be looking at is a multi-step marketing approach. Most people focus on going out every day and finding a new customer. Hopefully they can sell that customer something, and at the end of it there's some profit left. That is totally wrong. You're going to find that 98 to 99% of your visitors are not going to buy first time round. Okay, they're just not going to come onto your site and buy immediately. So one of the things that you absolutely must do is to give something of value in exchange for their name and email address, and ideally their full mailing address too. This becomes a list of subscribers, and if they buy from your clients, and this is absolutely your biggest asset that your business has. You must take the time to take care of this, okay? It's crucial that you take care of that list and look after them and nurture that list. When you do that, you'll get customers for life, okay? So don't just go after the customer one time. Put things in place where you capture their name and email address, and that allows us to contact them again and again. So building a list will allow you to build a relationship with your target market, position yourself as an expert in their eyes, make ongoing offers that are related and that is of interest to them, and actually use what's called top of the mind marketing, so that when somebody is ready to buy, when somebody is ready to spend money, the person that they think of is you. You are the expert. You've established yourself an expert in their mind. You've been there and provided ongoing value for nothing, and now when you're ready to spend money, they're going to spend that money with you. Okay, let's look at two different scenarios. Let's look at what I see most people doing and using just one form of advertising. So let's say that somebody uses pay-per-click and they get 100 visits per day to their site. So if they're getting 100 visits a day over 30 days, that's 3,000 visits per month. Let's say that somebody manages to convert 1% of those customers to sales, or 1% of those browsers to sales. Okay, now let's say that gives us, okay, so that gives us 30 sales. Let's say it gives us £50 profit per sale. That's £1,500 profit per month. Okay, it's all good and well, and that's okay, but let's see how we can just improve on that. Let's look at scenario number 2. In this one, we use pay-per-click to get 100 visits a day, plus we use 4 other free techniques to get 25 visits or more per day. So let's say we do some SEO, and we do some blog, and we use some video, and we use some press releases to get an extra 25 visits a day to our website. So we now get a total of 200 visitors per day, or 6,000 visitors a month per our site. Now, let's say that we can increase conversions from 1% to 1.5%, so we get an extra 0.5% of people to buy. And if you check out our blog, you'll see some other posts and videos, etc. on there on conversion, and that's absolutely easy to do when you know how. So that would give us 6,000 visitors a month times a 1.5% conversion on 90 sales per month at £50 profit. Okay, that's absolutely. And now we've increased from £1,500 a month profit to £4,500 per month profit for no additional marketing cost. Okay, now let's say that we get 25% of people that don't buy to opt in. Let's say we give away a free guide on downhill mountain biking, or a free guide on fishing, or a free guide on golf, and we get 25% of the people that come to the site and don't buy to actually request that information. So that's 6,000 people times 25%. So we get 1,500 people to opt in. Let's say that over 6 months, we can get 20% of those people to convert. Okay, so 20% of 1,500 is 300 sales times £50. That's an extra £15,000 in sales to come over the next 6 months. Now, we're not including upsells here or cross sales, plus we're not including back end selling. That's where it gets really interesting, when somebody's already bought something from you and we go back and sell them other repeated stuff or other related items. Okay, we haven't included all that. And what you'll find is, in scenario 1, in 6 months somebody would make £9,000. In scenario 2, we've got 6 months of 4,500, which comes to 27,000, plus £15,000 from the automated marketing system. That's £42,000. That's nearly a 5 times increase, and get this, for no additional increase in marketing costs. I hope you can see from this presentation why it's so important to, number 1, have multiple ways of getting people to your site, not just one way, and number 2, speaking to them properly so we've got a higher conversion rate, and number 3, using an automated marketing approach where somebody opts in and we market different offers to them again and again over time, as well as providing huge additional value. I hope you can see that we can generate nearly 5 times more income just by making those few additional tweaks to your processes. Hope you can see the value in that. Okay, if you've enjoyed this video, what I suggest you do is go to our blog, importpro.co.uk, where you can find even more tips, tools and resources showing you how you can start building your business today.